My rebuttal to Trump's hostile D.C. takeover. Hello, everyone. Dan Mason here. As a conservative Christian, I feel compelled to address the claims made in the article titled Trump's Hostile D.C. Takeover. The narrative presented paints President Trump's actions as authoritarian and racially motivated, but I believe this perspective misrepresents the situation and ignores the real issues plaguing Washington, D.C. From my viewpoint, the city's challenges stem from years of mismanagement by liberal elites and opportunistic figures, both white and black, who have prioritized political agendas over the safety and well-being of residents. Trump's decisive measures, including federalizing the D.C. police and deploying the National Guard, are not about power grabs, but about restoring order and protecting the vulnerable in a city that has been neglected for too long. The article claims Trump's actions are based on lies about D.C.'s crime and population, accusing him of perpetuating racist narratives. I respectfully disagree. As a Christian, I believe in truth and accountability. And the reality is that D.C. has faced persistent crime issues, particularly in underserved communities. While the article cites FBI and Metropolitan Police Department data showing a 30-year low in crime, it glosses over the lived experiences of residents who face daily threats from gang activity and violent crime. For example, the 2023 carjacking spike, which saw a 300% increase in some years, isn't just a statistic. It's a danger to families trying to live godly, peaceful lives. Trump's focus on juvenile gang members and unhoused individuals isn't about targeting the vulnerable, but about addressing those who exploit chaos, often enabled by liberal policies that prioritize leniency over justice. The article also suggests that liberal white leaders and black activists, like those quoted from the D.C. Justice Lab, are defending the city's autonomy against Trump's so-called authoritarianism. But I see a different problem. A coalition of liberal whites and what I'd call black grifters, leaders who profit from perpetuating victimhood narratives while ignoring the harm caused by their policies. For decades, D.C.'s leadership has leaned on progressive ideals, like no-cash bail policies, that sound compassionate but often leave communities exposed to repeat offenders. As a Christian, I believe in mercy, but not at the expense of justice. Proverbs 21:15 says, "When justice is done, it brings joy to the righteous, but terror to evildoers." Trump's push to end such policies and crack down on crime reflects a commitment to biblical principles of order and protection, not political theater. Furthermore, the article's alarm over Trump's deployment of the National Guard and his threats to extend federal oversight to other cities misses the point. Cities like Chicago and Baltimore, also mentioned, suffer under similar mismanagement by Democratic leaders who deflect responsibility rather than address root causes. Trump's willingness to step in, whether in D.C. or elsewhere, shows a boldness to confront failing systems head-on. The article calls this a federal coup, but I see it as a necessary intervention to protect citizens when local leaders fail. For example, clearing homeless encampments isn't about punishing the unhoused, but about ensuring public spaces are safe and usable for everyone, as God intends communities to thrive in harmony. Finally, the article's concerns about Trump's broader agenda, like his ousting of IRS Commissioner Billy Long or immigration enforcement, seem to cherry-pick issues to paint him as a dictator. As a conservative Christian, I value leaders who prioritize the nation's security and moral fabric. Long's removal, tied to his resistance to sharing data with ICE, aligns with Trump's promise to address illegal immigration, a policy rooted in the biblical call to uphold the law, Romans 13:1-2. Rather than undermining democracy, Trump's actions in D.C. and beyond aim to restore it by empowering citizens to live free from fear and disorder. Please like, subscribe, and comment to help support this channel. Take care. I will see you in the next video.